And welcome to the Aberdeen Wings Coaches Show. Today we're joined by Coach Anzalone. And Coach, a big weekend. You know, the Wings went and took a couple on the road.
Yeah, it was a real good weekend for us. We put a lot of miles on the bus, a lot of miles on the legs. We played 3 road games this past week. We came up a little bit short Tuesday in Minot. We played a pretty good game, but not quite to the level we're capable of playing. We came home. Wednesday, Thursday, we had 2 real sharp, fast-paced practices. And then Friday, Saturday, we put 2 nice games together. The effort was real good both nights. I'm happy to see the guys get rewarded. I'm happy for them and happy for the fans and all the people who follow the Wings.
You bet. Friday night was a thriller right there at the end. Tell us a little bit about Friday night in Brookings.
What I liked about Friday's game in Brookings is I thought we set the tone right from puck drop. I really liked our physicality in the game. I liked the effort and the passion that we played with. We got timely saves from Andrew Shortridge. We were pretty good defensively, but I thought we pushed the pace a bit offensively. We had the puck a lot more. We got into spaces on the ice that we've been trying to get into with our attack game. We were good down low in the offensive zone, and then that was our night late in the game. Austin Heekins scoring with about 2 seconds left off of a really nice feed by Drew Doyon. Heeks had 2 goals, 1 assist. Doyon had a goal and 2 assists. I'm happy for those guys because they're important members of our team, but they don't always get the recognition on the score sheet. So I'm happy for them that they get credit in the stats for a very well-played game on Friday night. So all around, I liked our effort. I liked the physicality. I thought we made investments early in the game on the physical side that maybe didn't get us big-time shots or big-time goals early, but we loosened up the opposition, and obviously we were able to score late and be successful. A nice team win on Friday.
You bet. And when you move into Saturday, like you said, 3 road games. It'd be the 3rd of all of them, and against Bismarck. You guys going to overtime. I mean, talk about guys keeping their legs underneath them and the physicality of that.
Well, we talked after Minot. We gave the players a friendly reminder that tired is a mindset, that the legs do get tired, but that's when the brain can take over. And then when the brain gets tired, that's when the heart can take over and really push you through. And I thought on Saturday that was the ultimate tired is a mindset test, and I thought we actually played quite well. Wasn't the cleanest game, wasn't our smartest, most intelligent game, but I was happy for the guys because we did put up 38 shots, we did score 5 goals, and I think it does a lot for our confidence offensively. I thought we made up for our mistakes Saturday night with passion, and we learned a really good lesson that passion can offset a lot of things when a lot of things aren't going right. And so we made some mistakes on Saturday. We made those mistakes fast, and we offset those mistakes with effort. You know, they punched, we punched back. We've had a lot of success this year fighting fire with water, and I thought Saturday was a good game for us because we sometimes fought fire with fire. And it's a 60-game season, and you're going to play a lot of different games, a lot of different styles of game. We've won our 1-0 games this year. We've won a lot of 2-1 games. I thought it was important to win that 5-4 game. I thought it was important for our group to see that they can score and they can win the high-scoring ones, and they can win in Bismarck, which is always nice against the rival.
You bet it is. And, you know, Coach, you got a lot of games. We just mentioned the 3-game set over this past week, you know, all on the road. We got a home-and-home against Brookings, and then we got 3 straight home games inside the ODI Center. I got to believe that, you know, yes, we're still fairly new into the season, or we're right into the midsection, but, you know, guys keeping the energy going and things like that. I mean, how do you put them into the weight room? Do you say, you know, work on this only and don't work on that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, what do you work on to make sure that those guys aren't tired out before we get in there?
Well, I think the greatest source of energy is the internal fuel that athletes and people have. And I think right now there's a sense of confidence. We've won 3 out of 4. 3 out of our last 4 games have been real good passion games. So the confidence and the high energy and the excitement can fuel you through those tough stretches where you're on the bus a lot or you've played 3 games in a week. Like again on Saturday in Bismarck, like tired is a mindset.
Right.
It's a frame of mind. You can play when you're tired. So I think it's a mindset. It's confidence. And then obviously it's some of the tweaks that you can make to your week. Like this past week here, the week that we're in right now, Monday, we didn't practice on the ice. We just worked out in the weight room. And players like that once in a while when they can focus on themselves and focus on their body. They don't have to put their their cold, sweaty gear on, which is still a little damp from the weekend, even though they've aired it out. It does a lot that way too. So it's some of it's planning and scheduling and structuring. A lot of it is really mindset. And when you're confident, it's amazing what you can do that you didn't think you could do.
Right. And when we had the big 4-game series against the Austin Bruins, we asked you, what do you do to prepare for that next game? Do you make tweaks or do you just stick with the game plan? Got a home and home against Brookings Blizzard just playing over the weekend. How do you approach this weekend then?
Very similarly, because a lot of what we did on Wednesday and Thursday last week was geared towards the similarities of Brookings and Bismarck, some of the things that they do similarly, their power plays. They both employ a lot of similar concepts, so we really won't prepare any differently this week. I could tell you this, I think they're going to have a lot of energy and a lot of pop on Friday night. That's a tough break for them. We've been on the other side of it in the past. I think they're going to come in here, they're going to have a lot of energy, they're going to have a lot of enthusiasm. They're going to want that game badly. I think their best attribute on Friday, I'm not here to coach their team, but it's going to be their work ethic and their passion. We need our best attribute to continue to be our work ethic and our passion, because what we've learned in 3 out of the last 4 games, 2 in particular, is that passion really provides the push through. I thought we learned that Saturday at home against the Wilderness, our previous Saturday game, and I thought we saw that more on the offensive side, again, fighting fire with fire a bit. They punch, we push this past Saturday in Bismarck. So it's a little bit of worrying about us. It's a little bit of what we're going to expect from the opponent. It's a lot of just getting better every day and being the best we can be and playing with passion on Friday.
And in the NAHL Central Division, there's so much fluctuating between 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All the teams just kind of jumping in the standings. What do we look at? Do we even look at that, or we just approach every team as if this is the game one?
I don't know right now what the point separation is between first and fifth, and I don't know right now if it's Minot or Austin in first. I know it's one of those two, and I know we're right there. And by the same token, I know that the 2 teams behind us are also right there. So really, at the end of the day, you got to worry about yourself. You got to expect a grind, and you got to expect a battle every night. There is no easy hockey in this division. We've talked about it many times. I was talking to a college coach about this today. This league and this division right now is a tremendous teacher for our players about how hard it is. And I was talking to the college coach about even though how they play fewer games than we do. Every night's a grind. Every night's a battle. There really is no weak team in the particular conference that this coach represents that I was talking to today. Yeah. So you look in the NHL right now. Carolina was the weakest team in the NHL. They might be statistically, but they're finding their way right now. Hockey is a challenging sport, and this league is challenging, and this division's keeping our players honest on a nightly basis, and it's great for them, and it keeps everybody on their toes.
Hey, something great that happened over the weekend. Got to see 2 former Wings goaltenders taking on each other in collegiate hockey as Zach Nagelvort of the University of Michigan and Hunter Leisner of American International College faced off. It was a 6-3 win for Michigan, but Hunter Leisner was the first ever goaltender to take net for the Aberdeen Wings franchise, and of course Zach Nagelvort was the first goaltender ever selected in the NHL draft from the Aberdeen Wings. What does that say for our program? I mean, just seeing those guys at that stage.
Well, I want to make 2 quick points. The first quick point is, everybody thinks Michigan, American International, and those were fairly close games. Those were not blowout games. So they're right there as proof of how tight it is and how competitive it is. And yes, it says a lot about our program. Our number 1 goal here is trying to impact our players on and off the ice as athletes and as people, and trying to give them the tools to get to where they want to be, to reach the next levels, and to reach their goals and achieve those. And winning is important, but it's a byproduct of doing the right thing every day. So when we can see former Wings doing great in college hockey, it brings a lot of smiles to our faces. Jake Horton right now, UMass was in here 2 weeks ago to watch some games. They absolutely love how good Jake's been for them. They're very happy with the progression and the development of Henry Dill, who was here with us last year. Hortz was here for 2 years, the 2 previous seasons here in Aberdeen. So it's awesome. It's great to see. And the other thing I'm real proud of, I'm happy to be part of this program, is we've had a lot of success with goalies here the last few years.
Yeah.
We have two solid ones here in Cat and Shortridge. Obviously, Nagelvoort is a well-known name throughout the Aberdeen community, junior hockey and college hockey. So it's great to see. It's a positive. It's as big as any win.
Yeah. And if you would like to go and check out where our former players are at, you can go and check that out at our website at aberdeenwings.com. Click on the alumni page. You can see where they've played on into college and into further leagues and whatnot. And a lot of fun. Schedules, rosters, stats are all available there on our website, aberdeenwings.com. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. And you can catch the games this weekend as the Aberdeen Wings take on the Brookings Blizzard. Friday night, they'll be in Brookings. You can watch and listen on fasthockey.com or listen on 94.1 The Rock or ESPNaberdeen.com or on our website as well, aberdeenwings.com. And then on Saturday night, we're inside the ODI Center taking on the Brookings Blizzard. Come and watch. $10 general admission, $12 reserve seating. Until next week's Aberdeen Wings Coaches Show. Thanks for joining us, Coach.